caught dressed in school uniform were accused of damaging property worth 2.9 million Kenya shillings in the school premises on the 2nd of July. They all denied the charges before Chief Magistrate Julius Nganga and were released on 30,000 shillings cash bail until August 7th, and the case will come up for hearing.
14th of August.
Still on the wave of unrest in schools, barely 2 weeks after a stakeholders meeting was held in the county of Meru, Meru school students have been sent home again. A school witnessed unrest earlier in the month and the school was closed indefinitely and students were asked to pay a damage fee of 3,000 shillings each. However, last night the students protested against the said fees and were sent home today. Let's now bring in our Meru-based reporter George Maringa with more details on this. George, good evening.
Good evening, Ben. Indeed, the school unrest happened twice last night. This is being the second time it's happening this month, ever since the school unrest, the cases of school unrest happened. And also this comes just in the backdrop of barely 2 weeks of a stakeholders meeting at Kisumu Girls High School, which just neighbors Meru School, and Meru School is a national boys' school. Now, we did have, last night we did speak, we did hear reports of student unrest beginning at around 8 p.m. and we did also speak to the Deputy County Commissioner, Imentino, that is Isaac Masinde, who confirmed that there was quite some protests last night, which were occasioned by a few wrangles here and there by the students. And remember, Ben, as you have said, this is the second time that these unrests are happening, and the first time the students were sent home, that was around the 9th of July this month, and that is when they came back in bits. That was the Form 1 students, the Form 2 students, and the Form 4 students had reported. And today was the turn of the Form 3 students who were supposed to report back to school. But last night, we were informed that there was quite some rampage where the students, we hear allegedly they broke some windows, because, Ben, it is important to note that we were denied access, media personnel were denied access into the school because we did also have police inside the school trying to cool the situation, because there was also a stakeholders meeting, our crisis meeting by the Board of Governors. And the students were complaining, or we are told the DCC himself confirmed that the reason, or according to the meeting, is that the students actually want 3 entertainment days instead of the current 2. And they also, the students also, we did hear them complain of the current administration. Now, on their part, through the DCC, it is that the current principal, of course, came into effect not long ago, and he did come up with some rules that he said, or that the Board of Governors also said that, some issues such as school uniform has to be worn at all times, because according to him, is that during the administration of the previous, principal, is that the students used to wear, some of them, civilian clothes. That is according to the DCC. And also the students were also complaining of the 3,000 damage fee, Ben, that they were supposed to pay following the damage that was caused last time. And of course, some parents raising concern because they say they were informed that by the previous headmaster that the school had been insured. But according to the DCC, Ben, is that the insurance can only pay if it is by accident. So that is why the 3,000 Kenya shillings multiplied by the total population of 1,500 students has to pay to has to be put into consideration to pay for these damages. And now, according to the DCC himself, after the meeting, of course, that we had been denied access to, is that they decided that the students must go home again a second time until these issues are resolved. And they will also, they will have a stakeholders meeting between the Board of Governors, between the parents, and also the teachers. So it continues to be a wait-and-see situation, Ben. But the DCC himself said again that the students are, do not want to sit for the exam, that is the end-of-term exam. And he did give an example of the neighboring school where the stakeholders meeting was held 2 weeks ago, that is Kisumu Girls High School, whereby he gave an example of security or CCTV cameras that have been put into place to ensure security. And, the screen or the monitoring screen is in the principal's office. So these are some of the issues or some of the things that they want to put into effect even as they wait for the students to report back to school in any time from now. But that will happen, or the decision or the date to be set for the students to report will be decided after the stakeholders meeting between the Board of Governors, the parents, and
Thank you,
the teachers.
George Maringa. They are coming to us live from the county of Meru, keeping an eye on that story for us. Now to the story of two young men who are out to revolutionize the 3D printing technology. Joseph Gakuru and Farmer Kamau are using e-waste as raw material to fabricate